Jaguar Health. Got Jag.
Something's wrong with my stream. Come on.
They're raising some debt if one of their current trials comes out on the positive side. So there were some notes, some senior notes, tied to a positive result on a trial. So some levels I'm looking at here: 375, 4, and then 420 on Jaguar Health. It did hold here that last little test of VWAP at 350. So if you're involved now, you got to get it to 350. But otherwise, 375.
Oh man, I hate whenever my stream does this. Gosh dang it. Dude, I cannot wait until I move out to my new apartment. Just gonna freaking resolve my issues. Alright, so 2 minutes until the bell opens. I'm looking for shorts on the Nasdaq 100 indices right now. I like the idea of short buys today. Let's see. Yeah, US 100 is coming down. Nasdaq 100 looks bearish to me. Dow Jones 30 definitely looks more bearish now than Nasdaq. Russell 2000 looks bullish to me. S&P 500 looks kind of bearish, so I like how both of them are kind of just coming down into that area. So this is my trade on USDJPY. Basically, I'm at break even. Actually, I'm still in profit actually. So I have my lot of stuff at break even on this trade. So if it stops me out, it is what it is. I don't really care because it's such small of a size compared to the original size. So I'm just gonna hold it and see what it does. But I definitely like Nasdaq and how it's presenting right now. See what we do when the market open, especially at the level that's off right now. So that's very interesting to me. We're pinching right there on the 15-minute, and then 1 minute we're pinching as well. So that's telling me about that we're gonna see some kind of drop or breakout. So we shall see what we do there. Market opens in 27 seconds. All right, market just opened. Looks like we're trying to come up.
Other than that, GM is there as well. Snapchat is there. But, you know, let's just keep watching. Ford looking to take out that 1145. We do have some downside bids as well. And with all that said, we already have to drop the countdown. This D is on the bell. Let's drop that puppy for her. There we go. 6, 5, 4. Looking strong in that CLSN. So why not get the dip I want? 2, 1. This market is open. And I should have held that accidental.
Okay, so we're rejecting off that level. I like that a lot. I'm looking for shorts today. I like the short buys today. I know the shorts are going to come with a lot of momentum, so we should see. I'm not going to, you know, try to be too focused on, like, the direction for today, but I definitely like that. We're coming into a collapsing dragon right now. I like it. I like it. I like how we're bouncing off that 50 and making lower highs. Like that's just for me, it's more bearish. Like liquid 50 is falling, RSI is falling, TL is falling, MACD is in winter mode right now. So it does make sense that the continuation of that momentum is going to come in. So I'm actually going to take a short right over here. Entry and then stop is going to be at the top right over here. So about a 19-point stop. Come on, freaking.
Ford for that one. We'll wait though. It could come back down. Oh, what happened to my 225? That didn't go out either.
So this is the same kind of setup that I've been trading last couple of days, collapsing dragons. So we'll see what we do here.
Yeah, definitely seen the market come back a little bit. I know GameStop didn't move to the upside. Remember, I'm not going to get into position. We're probably not going to get into position in that one until we get some idea when that story is going to happen. Live is going to happen. I just got the first hit before I
Forex side, I'm not really looking at anything in Forex. I know I have to do markups in Forex side, but today I didn't trade anything Forex other than my swing trade. My swing trade that I have on USAJPY. So I made like a little bit more than 2% on USAJPY. So I mean, just really good trades on that. Yeah, I'm just basically chilling. Like I've had really good green streaks coming in. So my plan is trying to just trying to kind of take it easy. Okay, I'm about to take a sell. Alright, sold right there a little bit early, but it is what it is off the entry point. Look at that collapsing dragon. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Are we going to see that collapsing dragon? The same setup like last couple of days that I've been trading. Come on. Come on, keep going. Oh, don't pull back. Alright, it's pulling back. Usually whenever it pulls back like that, we're not going to see that continuation that I was hoping for. Like that big ass continuation. So it is what it is. But we can still see like kind of a move toward the downside. Relatively good move. US 30 is falling down as well. S&P 500 we're falling as well. Alright, now we're falling. Look at that. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're almost 1R into profit. I'm actually going to be locking my stop at break even right now.
As it does turn red now, Palantir. So Palantir to the downside. So that's 2 missteps, man. We took Palantir long, misstep on that one as it breaks. This is what I mean. As it breaks the bottom there, so we lose on that one. But forward working a little bit now for us, which is good. We go 2 for 2 on the forward reloads, but 0 for 1 on Microsoft.
I'm actually closing, doing it on my phone. I don't know why.
Yeah, so I mean, sometimes it's a little bit of anticipation here, and I didn't need to necessarily see if there was going to be a monster bid. I just looked at the consolidation on naked brands at 50. It's not a huge order, and I can't really show it to you because it's on a book and it's not displaying at that price. But I got long, literally 50, 30.
All right, so I locked my stop at break even, so I cannot lose on this trade. But yeah, I mean, here we go again. Here we go again with the collapsing dragon onto it. So let's go. Leave a like if you guys saw that trade. Again, same setup that I've been trading last couple of days. I've been absolutely killing it with the same setup. Alright, we're about to get stopped out of break even right over here, yeah. We just got stopped out. So it's pulling back. We'll see what we do here.
There was a push. I would have liked it better for 350. There was a bit of a push. If it comes to 335, 340, maybe I'll have a quick little short off that one. It's up once again.
Okay, looking to see maybe Microsoft. I mean, look at this move down on NASDAQ here. Looking to see if Microsoft wants to look at this 223 area and defend this little bottom here, 223. We did have some scattered.
Okay, looks like we're pulling back. So it could be something significant because we're still at the level. But not too much. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and take another entry short. But I'm just waiting for that setup to present. We do have divergence right over here. Something to be careful with whenever I'm taking the shorts. Yeah, S&P US 30 looks choppy right now in the 1 minute, so it could be why the Nasdaq being like continuously fell. Like we should usually expect those kind of setups to do. S&P 500 more bearish than Dow Jones 30. So S&P 500 and Nasdaq looks like it's leading right now on kind of the bearish side. So we should wait. I do like the short still, to be honest. So we may be a little bit choppy today, but I'm still loving the short biased.
I thought if I'm unhappy, it's because there is a push to the downside. Rates at 160 level, losing like $3 or $4. I'm sitting here looking at 4, which I got shaken out of. I'm actually looking for a re-entry there. I got shaken out of Maxar, not Maxar, Naked Brands as well. When I saw the seller at 50, it's still going to go down as a profitable trade. I shouldn't be too angry with this, but overall, I could have had it all out for like 3-4% return there, right in front of 50-30, right in front of that level 50 even. If we get back to 55, 56, I might take a shot showing it.
Intel, where are you, bro? Intel. Okay, Intel, we're kind of just we're kind of down today on Intel. VIX, we're up about almost 1%. S&P 500 looks like it's trying to calm down, so I'm gonna go ahead and try taking another short once I see confirmation. Looking at the altcoins, we're kind of down today on the altcoins. So in my XLM, my Sterling, not my Sterling, but my Stellar altcoin, we're down about 9%. So we're probably a little bit down on that money right there, which is fine, to be honest, because I held it a little bit short size, not too much size, because I closed the majority of my profits once it was staggering. Market looks red right now. Definitely. Tesla, we're red, so that's good. I want to see more days like this where Tesla's red.
Find out about soft here. I don't know. We're going to go long on Palantir when it does break 104, which should happen really soon. The high was 104.22 there, so I was going to wait for 105, but I think that this push should... Okay, good. We did get in. Ooh, good. Thank God. I was like, oh my God, don't tell me I missed that trade as well. But here we go, Fastly. A nice little win. We're long at 104.10.
Alright, S&P 500 is literally freaking falling through the roof right now.
Now we're long at 104.10. It does go to 104.50. Maybe this high is legit, 104.75. So let's just wait and see here. We got to get out of this if it does break back down below this 102.50, 103. What is that VWAP or something?
I like that. I'm going to go ahead and try taking another short.
70 cents now on Fast. We got to take wins when we get to today, guys. Wow. What a beat. Sean, we saw that buying imbalance on this one. BFT at the open there.
I'm short again. To be honest, I could have held the trade specifically, but I literally just wanted to get it out and profit.
Naked Brands just held 50, by the way, so in and out very quickly once again. I took some profit off when it broke 50s, but had to get right back out flat when it came right back up. Into this CLSN, we've reached 2230. I'm probably hands off until the opening range is done. It is a little bit whippy for me. Checking back on BlackBerry, it is so long.
Okay, we're pulling back right now off that diversion level.
Remember yesterday or a couple days ago, well, a couple of times we mentioned 12 to 1230 is a potential support area. It just dipped off of 1210, and there's some consolidation going on right now as we speak. So I'm watching out for a 1230 bounce play with a 12 even stop.
Okay, so we did get stopped out of Softy, but I got back in. So damn it, like why does this always happen? We get stopped out and then it starts to go for us. But we have the same position again, but we've already lost on this. So that's why right now we're gonna take, like I said, take profits when they're there.
There we go.
Right now on some of these names. So here goes Microsoft. We're back to the long 223.12, and we just took some out of the 40s. So I don't like this stuff. Here it comes, just marching to the downside. Wow, I got to get away from this name because I like it to the long side because of Nasdaq, because of what else is happening here to some of these other Nasdaq names. But obviously, I'm missing something here on Microsoft, and we knew that early. What's up, Ian? Just a heads up, guys, on this E-hang. We've mentioned it pretty much every day.
Coming down again. For the continuation of the collapsing dragon, let's go. S&P 500 is literally falling through the roof right now, which is insane. Dow Jones 30 finally falling again, so it's coming back in correlation with all the other market right now. So let's go. Let's go. We're almost out. We're about up 1 hour right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock myself a break even on this trade. S&P 500 though, like look at that move on S&P 500, insane. So S&P 500 looks less choppy than Nasdaq, to be honest, which could be because of the other sectors that's going on within the Nasdaq. But S&P looks really strong towards the short side. Actually, I'm gonna move my stuff at the original point because I want to give it room. Like looking at this choppiness right over here, I know that it was just pretty choppy, and we are at this diversion level. So I'm actually gonna move my stuff at the original point, and then to sit up for that risk, I'm gonna go ahead and get out at half an R if it does pull back on me really hard, or just get out about 0.7 R, negative 0.7 R. Because I know it's choppy, so I'm gonna give it room.
Nasdaq yesterday up 2.5%. Today we're going back to flat. So the shorts were in today, and we got burned going long on some of these plays. So the only thing that's working for us is our friend Ford, and we just took some out there again at 35. So this is saving the day a little bit here, but not as much as we needed to. I would still love Ford to break higher, 1150 there. I don't know if that's going to come through or not, but let's just try to play that and try to get going there. Now it's coming back to the downside, so we're not going to be too crazy here and take a shot on Ford if it's not there. But right now, Ford looking like it wants to pull back in. My next buy is like down here to see if that does come through. But right now, Ford bouncing around a bit. We're long at 21.
Yeah, Nasdaq's a bit choppy, like the Dow Jones 30.
I thought I had shorts on this Gene stock, but it looks like I'm going to have to go find a paper shorts. I'm sure we have them. I just didn't check early enough. So unfortunately, I'm not in this. Fubo is again trying to make a bit of a move here, but it is pulling right back into this range.
My short on UJ still active, up 10R right now. I mean, it was up 10R fully. So I'm just basically waiting on this baby, seeing what we do there. Yeah, nothing really anything interesting on the Forex side, to be honest.
I like this fastly 102 change. If we can break back to the high side, we're going to wait for that trade now. We're holding on to small positions here. Look at Microsoft battling back to the joke. Again, I want to get back into this name, but I feel like I don't really need to exact too much revenge here because we've been crushing Microsoft. But I'm going to wait for this 223.50 to break. Try one more time on Softy, not battle the bottoms here. I'll wait to see if we do get a confirmation back to the high side, 223.50 on Softy. If that goes,
yeah, we're chopping right now.
Ford breaking down a little bit. We made money on Ford, so it's no big deal. But
I really don't like trading into these moves because usually with this kind of setup, it's a straight breakdown. Collapsing dragons are straight momentum-ish breakdown toward the downside. So usually whenever it's choppy like that, I rather just get out, to be honest. Because I really don't like trading to choppiness on a setup that's supposed to be clean.
Just looking at Ideal Power, guys, which is in the renewable energy space, it sounds like there's
Looks like market is trying to reverse right now.
electric vehicles.
So I may get out at half an hour, negative half an hour right there.
We have to kind of look out for in the EV space. But IPWR, up huge on that. So 50%, they have a patent that they got today on it. It sounds like a chip for EVs, guys.
So that was quick. I guess you're going to be the good luck charm today, Brendan, because Fubo in and out rather quickly. That's a dip buy that's actually working out for me. Although, I mean, BlackBerry is essentially flat at 1230, just not getting pushed.
Alright, I'm about to get out right now. Just basically waiting to see if it rejects off that Bollinger Band mean.
way to improve next time I see this set.
Okay, so we took Fastly, and thank God we did, because we took a little bit of revenge on this trade there. 102.31 out, 103, 103, 103.10 there. So we lose that $1.50, but we take.
Alright, I'm out now. I'm out of a 0.7 R.
And now we'll wait to see on the upside. There is another out right there.
So, I mean, I did manage to get some profits at 1 R because I closed around 30%. So.
Nice little win now, 102.30. Let's see now if it takes out the high. I don't have anything else upside. Let's just wait to see where it does go. I mean, we could get out at 1.
So we should see.
In case we are wrong. Microsoft coming to that.
I may just switch trading Dow Jones. I mean S&P 500.
These were big positions.
Because I don't like how choppy Nasdaq is right now.
There, and I actually got out on both day lows there. That's bad. So we got to learn our lesson. And now we're going to try to wait for that break of 223. So far so good on this side right now. What's up?
I believe the phrase you used, Sean, was possibly sell the news scenario here for Palantir. 26.5 resistance.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I think it's going to come down for the rest of the day. But right now, as it's chopping, I want to take advantage of the momentum right now, so I may just switch over to S&P 500.
In the event that it makes another pop, fair enough. But if we get a dip down into this bottom, and it's a 12.10, 12.15 area, instead of buying 12.30s, I'll try to buy in front of that. I want to have, back. I want to rinse and repeat.
So this trade is, the trade right over here is basically at almost break even because I closed about -7 R. And I managed to get about, I closed at +1 R with 30% of my position, so relatively close to break even. So about 30% of 1 R, and then close full at -7 R. So I'm about a break even on this trade right over here. And that's just basically something that I do to manage my risk really well. So on something that is potentially going to stop me out, I would, and it's choppy, I would rather get out closer, -5 R, 0.6 R, or whatever, and then as well as closing out. So I mean, the reason why I switched my stop from break even to full size right over here is because I knew from the previous trade that it was choppy right there. So I knew that okay, I'm gonna give it room to do whatever it wants. But seeing kind of how this divergence is hitting right there, and momentum, I saw this momentum right over here compared to the bearish momentum, I knew that it had more kind of volume toward the upside, at least in my eyes. So that's why I got out. We shall see. I'm so interested in taking shorts on Nasdaq 100. But like I said again, I'm interested on trading momentum right now. So I may just switch over S&P 500, which I'm looking at right now.
Here, so let's just wait. Fastly's now $1.50 in the money. A good out right there, but I'm most concerned about Microsoft. Let's hit it.
Yeah, sorry, I just put in the request and I was saying right away, and I'm watching for it to come down. It's going to test that 11 area. I'm trying to hold off doing anything which is I want to be adding in front of it if I can, but I haven't seen a look at that level 2 yet. BBIG is looking like a big time.
So these are my trades I took on this system. You can see that the breakout, logically speaking, these type of setups should see a continuation toward the downside. Very, very, you should see really big breakout. We're literally above the EMAs right over there. So those EMAs on the 15-minute, 1 hour, there's no EMAs in the way. There's no EMAs in the way. 4 hour, 8 EMAs right there. But I mean, I don't really mind the 8 EMA. So logically speaking, this type of setup, especially a collapsing dragon, should continue going down. And if it fails to continue going down, it could either mean chop and a failure to move further down, and then you could see maybe a V-shaped reversal toward the upside. And then not only did it fail one, but it fell twice. Plus there's divergence right over here. So, being a little bit careful with the Nasdaq. I may trade Collapsing Dragon on S&P 500. I can probably catch this move on scalping on my day trading account, just basically scalping toward the downside. But day trading, like trying to trade it off the 1 minute with good risk to reward ratios, like 2R, it's kind of a little bit hard. So
Stronger than the rest right now. Apple, guys, 2% still for Apple here. Still 134.5. Seems to be a bit of a buyer there. But relative strength, big time. 2 days in a row for Apple.
Yeah, I was honestly looking at the wrong one. Even the short side kind of.
but it's just, you know, it's so interesting because like on moves like these, like, you know, on the market open is where, you know, the volatility, the momentum, the volume starting to kick in. So, you know, the most logical point is we're breaking toward the EMAs. The momentum is bearish on those higher time frames and on the 50-minute, especially on the 50-minute, which I call the day trading the day trading chart. And so, you know, for me, both indicators are telling me, hey, you know, you're looking for sells on price action. You know, we're breaking off these significant levels right over here. So what I talked about on the course that I recorded, the course recap yesterday that I recorded, is EMAs like to trend. That's what they do. Moving averages like to trend. And whenever you see them clustered like this, like this right over here, or like this right over here, like close together, clustered together, you know, you're going to see a breakout either in both directions toward the upside or long side, upside or short side or whatever. And that's just because, like, EMAs don't like to stay clustered together too much. They like to trend. They like to break out and trend, to bearish trend or uptrend or whatever. So whenever you see EMAs cluster like this, you're gonna see a breakout toward the upside or downside. Because the EMAs are wanting to freaking trend, break out of that area and start to trade in a certain way. And that's what we saw right over here. You know, we saw that EMAs were clustered together relatively right over here, and you know, you can see that EMAs are trying to trend right now. So we're seeing the 800 EMA staying flat, and then we're seeing the 250, 21, 8 EMA starting to trend right there. So relatively speaking, Nasdaq 100, like looking at the logical, like at the EMAs, should break down even further on the 1 minute. All right, I'm gonna take a short on S&P 500. Oh crap! I don't have my magic keys. Come on, magic keys. Crap. Shoot.
One thing that's not going down is Snapchat. Snapchat, congratulations anybody long this day today, another 4% to the high side. It did try to take out that 5450 level of the stock and now starting to move the downside. So this is the thing. You know, I've been long a lot of these tech names today, and we are bullish thesis on them, but today it hasn't been working. So Snapchat now pulling back. I wonder if this could join the club to the downside. It's already up.
All right, I'm taking a short right now. I'm taking a short. Opening trade. Oh, dang it. I fucked up a little bit more on that. Oh, dang it. Come on. Dude, my orders are too big, so it's spread it out. Dang it. Alright, so let me show you guys how I took the trade. Alright, so this is how I took the trade. Short right over here for a collapsing dragon. I'm anticipating collapsing dragon. I took it as the RLXD entry. So we should see what we do here. I can take a collapsing dragon here as well on Nasdaq. Once I see it. But I don't like that pullback, so it's making a higher low. I don't like that, so I may just get out right there. Like on these particular setups, I just want clean breakouts.
do short it, it's going to be after it halts, more than likely, or after something absolutely too crazy, right into an even level like a 10 or something like that. I just don't want, this is not going to be the one that I get burned on a 5% and not making sense, and I don't hold long.
Alright, so I closed some size. Close about 25. 25% of my size right there. Whenever I pull back about -2R, so small loss right there. But I'm just being careful right now and seeing that continuation.
On Microsoft, we're in the money now, 20 pennies, and we were 30 or 40 pennies, so I did take some upside there off our 222, 80 long, so we did take a little bit of profit there. I'd still like to see this thing get back. Again, don't know what was really going on with it.
Yeah, Nasdaq looks like it's pushing up.
Let's just check back on yeah, it was, I guess. General Motors was falling down there. I don't know. It's not a huge investment for Microsoft, so I'm not going to play that as the reason for Mr. Softy heading to the downside there. But we are making moves back to the high side now on Microsoft, so back up to the 20s.
Yeah, we're chopping right now.
Win, so we are making slowly some of that money back here on Softy. So if we can get going now, we'll try to hold some of this for even bigger moves now, but we need to take some profits out.
I think we may bounce off the levels. Nasdaq, I don't know if we're gonna bounce, but we may bounce off ADR. Because looking at today, we're not seeing that. I'm not seeing that continuation that I would want to see.
What I want to try and go ahead and do, and usually I want to wait for a dip in the VWAP, but this time I want to take one shot in front of 33, just in case there's a bigger bounce a little bit earlier. Ford is holding below VWAP, but I think it's positioned rather nicely to just sort of hang on to this one. I sort of gave up too early and said, you know what, I still like those price areas. Once it dipped down and didn't held 11, didn't break even 11.10, that's when I decided to pick up some more shares here. So you'll see like a 23 price to the long side. If we break up VWAP, I'll get some out, and then look to see if we can hold towards that 11.50. Because of Ford's liquidity, that 11.50 mark, I do anticipate there'll be like a side order there. I'm probably going to want to go ahead and be flat in front of it, just in case I can do that whole scalp short at 28.49, and then play a break.
Alright, I'm getting out right now. Actually, I'm still waiting. Never mind. I'm still waiting.
Hey guys, yeah, just like that, 30 minutes in the books. Let's have a look at North American markets here. Pretty muted action so far as the overall indexes are concerned. You can see both the S&P and the Dow.
Alright, I'm getting out right now.
Territory only just going red down the flat.
Good thing I took that with less size than my original position. And the reason why is because my entry's kind of fucked up. Whenever I entered, my magic keys entered at not 1% of my original, like 1% of my account. It entered like at literally like 0.10. So it didn't even work. My magic keys didn't even work on this particular instrument because of how like the instrument, the size is different from each like the indices or whatever. So I was risking like whenever I first entered my first position like 0.05. Or maybe less than that, like 0.01. Yeah, I think it was 0.01. Let me look at it. Yeah, it was 0.01. So I got out about a negative 0.5% on that trade.
Now that it's done that, it's not an automatic breakout trade through 6140. I would reserve.
Somehow break even today. And it's pulling back. It is what it is. Like I said again, I'm just trying to be careful right now. I could always make my money back again. And I could always re-enter again. For me, I'm not really bothered if I take a loss or whatever, because I know I could always re-enter. Yeah, we're chopping right now on the Nasdaq.
I'm going to go back to BlackBerry just to remind you guys. It got north of VWAP here, so the next guy was in front of that 1260. I did get the fill at 55. Still holding this position. I'm going to throw some orders out just so I can get some between 75 and 85 would be the next target to the upside. I'm trying to hold like a 10%. Let's see how far it goes. I think with a squeeze play, usually it kind of makes a little bit of sense. And certainly we saw this play out with Sean Kane, top trade, and sometimes when
shit.
You're gonna have to be on board in case it goes parabolic again. I'm not saying, well,
Alright, clean up my desk.
Yeah, exactly. Great trade there. Great pickup at the bottom there for Blackberry. Wish we would have staying there. Ford, but we're back in on this VWAP break, so we're gonna wait to see where that one goes for now. So Ford right now.
It's not really dip buying because you're not seeing strength on the dips.
But we're gonna try to hold the rest. And if Ford's been
Maybe if you're trading on the 30-second and 10-second chart, but for me, I'm just seeing choppiness because usually if excuse me, if it's a good buy, you're gonna see a relatively strong V. Dr. Ken Long teaches something called RLCO, kind of like RL10 crossovers and measurements. So like you would measure this move from the RL10 toward this size right over here, and then you would expect a size like that for a V, which it did technically right over here. Same thing here. You would see it comes all the way down here, and then you would see a move back at that level. So it's just choppy right now, but it could definitely move higher in my eyes because of the divergence. Which, I mean, it is my fault for trading through the divergence. Usually with those kind of breakouts, I was expecting a breakout of that divergence because that's usually what you're going to see. That's why I switch over toward the S&P 500. And to be honest, I'm cool with taking longs right now. I'm actually like I don't mind reversing my trend. So we have a cut to entry right over here on S&P 500. Definitely push higher. Nasdaq is choppy. Cut to entry here though. This could definitely push higher. I would like to take my longs right over here once we break toward this level.
Some of these stocks, guys, multiple day movers there. You got to watch out for those. Hence why we're in BlackBerry. Hence why we're in some of these other names that are trying to make some moves here for the second day in a row. Which reminds me, no GameStop yet. So let's just have a quick look at GameStop and see what's going there. 38 still. It does come down. We are waiting. I mean, volume's obviously picked up since it's open. But like I said, GameStop's a pretty.
But yeah, Magic Keys kind of saved my life there from taking like a full 1% loser. Actually, is it? Yeah, it's about 0.5%, maybe a little bit less than 0.5%.
Other than that, right now, GameStop not super exciting to me. Has to break one way or the other. That's okay, right? With GameStop, we already know that. So let's just wait to see if it goes. It's been on such a run.
Yeah, so we're about break even right now on the day, which is fine. I don't really mind. Even if I'm red on the day, I really don't mind that either. Because like, number one, I could always re-enter, and number two, I'm already green for the week. I'm already like up like almost 5% on the week, so I'm chilling.
This is like the morning of, and this is what happens, right? So you're seeing like I go long BlackBerry with
the blue section is what we call the river. Dr. Ken Long Systems teaches that, but just basically price action tries to stay in the river. Whenever it's outside the river, you're gonna see a kind of an action back toward the mean of the data, or the mean of the river, which is the middle of the river right over here. So usually whenever you see something outside the river, it's gonna push back into the river. So that's part of Dr. Ken Long's RLCO entries, where you take it off here, go long right over here.
So I'm really happy that we did get out of a lot of our Microsoft there. And this just looks crazy on Microsoft today, guys. Ins and outs everywhere. I've already made like, I don't know, 42 transactions on Microsoft. We're coming right back down to that level where we're either going to reload or take this out at 222.50 is our out spot on that.
Strength again today in total power. this one the past couple of sessions. We had a big move up, a little bit of consolidation yesterday, but taking out recent highs here.
Alrighty.
This did not gap up. This needs to refresh on my chart here, but volume like POLA, guys.
Polar power. Gonna update on plug. Here's the good news is we burst through 62, so it made sense to try to get some out, and in this range, to that chop range at 62 to like 63 area. I guess maybe for now, at least I'm a little bit greedy on it. I'm trying to get the higher end of that range. As long as we can hold up and not break back below like a 61.25 or so, I'm gonna hang on to these shares and still maintain the same target. I'll probably start taking around that 49 break on Naked Brands is probably where I'll start taking it off. I know we just broke now, so I'm gonna start to trim this one. It is a short.
Dang it, my shift
break,
keys freaking.
we had, which would already have given me that 10% return that I would have liked, but
My shift key was not working for some reason.
Spot, it is what it is. Brendan, what's up?
AMD, guys, some of the semis are strong. I was looking at NVIDIA over here, and my chart froze. So AMD it is. 1%, just tagged $90 there. So market, yeah, still pretty weak, but semis trying to get going to the upside, guys.
Oh man, we should have reloaded again on Microsoft. So I think we might have found a good spot
shoot.
here for those of you that are looking at Softy with me.
Alright, I like
We may
this.
have found a good
I like
spot
taking. I
downside
like the
to
long idea right over
222.60s,
here.
222.80, something like that. It's obviously worked out for us downside on that bid, but we didn't get longer, so we're still going to wait to see if it breaks higher. Like I said, there's going to be a story, something about Mr. Softy here, because that was a big drop, and we didn't see that in the other names. Normally, they'll trade hand in hand, so a little bit concerned about that one. And then Ford right now, I know Neil and I are both in this name, but it's not moving, so I got to wait. So I'm going to be patient with this one up to 11.35, but that's what I'm liking right now on Ford, guys.
Yeah, I got one fill, and I'll go to the chart in a second. I know you just talked about it, that's why I don't want to double down on it, but I got one fill to the upside.
Yeah, I like the longs right now.
Naked Brands, I didn't get a bunch of shares out here. I talked about when 49 broke, so like
We're breaking toward the range, toward the low range, so I'm gonna enter long.
47 half range. I like to play the midpoint of.
Looks like we're gonna reject hard on this.
There's a big size on level 2 here at the even dollar, so there's plenty more opportunity when in between those vacuums to cover shares, which tends to be the plan of action for me.
Yeah, because we got to cut a 2 entry right over here. I could have entered right over here, and then I could take some scalps as it comes up.
There it is. So we'll just do a little bit of a cowbell because Microsoft going back to the high side right now. So there's our next out. I told you be in the 40s. So there it is.
All right, enter long right there. All right, so it's like our third. No, like our fourth trade now.
Back a little bit of what we lost, so that's good. Pretty happy.
So
with
2
that.
red trades.
Look at that out right
Actually,
there.
not
So,
really.
I mean,
The
it
second
comes
trade
with
was at
bars,
break even.
So that's a good spot.
All right,
I think
now we're seeing that breakout. Let's go. Come on.
260, and then try to get out here. But if the Nasdaq goes, let's hold the rest now. We may not come back to the downside. We're going to see if we can get a little bit of a win now. Finally on Microsoft, if it does want to break to the high side. I love what you're talking about with AMD. The semis.
Yeah, I like that breakout too.
It's been
Regression line breakout right there. I could have taken a long right over here if I really, but it was just too choppy for me, so I was a little bit careful. Plus, I would have gotten stopped out right there, or almost getting stopped out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some scalps. Look at that breakout. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's see what it looks like on a 3. So yesterday, you see, AMD's just, it doesn't move enough for me right now. I mean, this was a big move to the downside, but we need to get that break right there, 89.29. If we were looking at that earlier,
We're at almost half an hour right now. Let's go.
That would have been a good trade there, breaking yesterday's little bottom before we made that, this consolidation.
I'm just taking some money out.
That level 89.30.
I'm gonna take some money out at 1R.
Yeah,
And then I'm gonna continue adding size into it because I like the pullback toward the upside. So I'm gonna continue adding small size into it for like scalps.
Because I'm already in this bit of a long and starting to consolidate here and giving another opportunity to get out. And again, this is one of those where I'm gonna shift gears, and I was gonna wait for 20 cents more, but I just seen 62.50.
Yeah, that's my fault. I should have paid more attention on the diversions. But I was just expecting these collapsing dragons to just continue going up because of how like those setups. Like right now, like I've literally won almost every collapsing dragon this year. So I was really confident on that particular setup. But it is what it is. We're almost at 1R. Let's go. Let's go. All right, I'm taking some size at 1R. Let's go.
But I didn't have it till the pre-market high break. Either way, if the long trade's gonna work out on plug, guys.
Yes, here we go. Thank you. Finally, Microsoft. Finally, you've come into play. So nice little win here. Now we're rocking and rolling with you, Softy. Nice move.
Look at this move right there.
We get some out at 224.
Let's
Now
go. Come on, let's go.
Coming back higher, yeah.
All right,
not so much for these ones, guys. Both
that's kind of my next target right over here.
Very weak today. Just rejected 52.
We're past already 1R. Let's go. Come on, leave a like if you guys saw that. I'm closing about, I already closed about 50% of my positions right there. So right now I'm chilling for the day. We're already in profit. I forgot to lock my stop. Alright, lock my stop to break even.
If it gets, like I said, if it pushes to 1150, I'm going to be flat on Ford.
So it is what it is. Choppiness, but I manage my risk really well, so that's what I'm happy about. Just managing risk. If you're wrong, be a risk manager. So I'm happy about that.
I'm managing on level 2 here, but I want to make sure I have orders out that in case that we continue this push, I don't have to worry about throwing them around at that particular time. To come back to another I know Sean was talking a little bit about Fastly. The only thing I noticed it's entirely too late. This is $100 on Fastly. Double bottom at 100 even, which also happens to be like, I mean, where volume started out with a low of 100 in the pre-market as well.
Yeah, I'm already back into the green for today, so I'm happy. Very happy about that. But I am interested in scalping it long.
Bounces off it the second time, almost every time. So with BlackBerry, had it in advance that I liked the level. Here in Fastly, you had to notice it as it happened. Brendan, what's up?
Looking very similar to Microsoft. This one, guys, PayPal also just ripped through to 247. There was a positive note regarding.
Dude, my keyboard is gonna freaking make me.
So now 1.25% for PayPal as well.
We like PayPal, we like Square. Those are some undercover crypto
Dude,
plays.
come on.
They're not too undercover. A lot of people know about them, but yeah, good plays there for Square. Good plays for.
All right, finally, gosh dang it.
Look, we've got again. I'm taking some off. A little bit different share size. Breaking through there, like long. Got to be patient, man. And I just feel like Ford, didn't give it enough. So we are getting some out now. And
so I took this off my scalping system.
So we like Ford.
So it's kind of hilarious because usually my I don't know, this particular system reads price action and reads trends really well. So it's kind of like my system today, my scalping system definitely beat Dr. Kinlong's systems, which is kind of hilarious to me.
When it broke some lows, so thank God we still have some on board here as we rip to the high side right now with Softy. That is. But
it is what it is, you know. My scalping system works 100%.
Facebook, I did not get filled yesterday at 263. That was close to getting filled in the personal account. I wish I could have punched in while we were on the show, but we could not. So we almost.
It was just choppy. It's too choppy for me to take a long here, like an early long, because I could definitely have taken a long here, like a kata 2 entry or like an Oro XD kata 2 entry, putting my stop like right over here. I probably put my stop right over here, and then I would have been up above 3R. But at the same time, it was just too choppy for me. The regression line was coming down, so I didn't take that. It was choppy for me, so didn't take that. But as it broke toward these levels, you know, I knew that we're gonna see a breakout, because if we break toward these levels right over here, and then divergence, like that's an easy scalp off my scalping system right there.
I guess that red day we'll have to wait for now.
I gotta take my stupid shift out.
I shouldn't say never. I strongly doubt BBIG is gonna go negative today.
Dude, my shift keyboard is not working. Come on.
Pullback, I said $10 is where I would at least try it.
Frick.
I didn't get there, so you didn't see me short this thing. Either way, it's putting in a lower high at 850. Normally, this is a place where I'd be dipping into a short. I'm just not a believer that this thing makes any sense yet. And I'm looking to play a break at 850 to the long side again. So I'm going to momentum play this one.
Dude, come on. Are you kidding me? Why is this keyboard not freaking...
Opposed to what I would usually do here on BBIG. Brennan?
Another one from the auto sector. This is a parts manufacturer, SYP.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
34% today. 52-week highs for this one. Just had a hard rejection there up at 290. Though big volume came in front of 3 on the sell side if you're watching SYP on.
All right, so we're still watching Ford. I mean, our out was great there at 1140, whatever that was. 1120, we didn't have to get out. We went long, and now we're just ripping to the high side. So big wins everywhere now for Ford. If it just keeps going, guys, So yeah, we maybe just take some more out on 4. Here's 1140, 1150. It's just Rip City right now on this thing. We're long
Shoot.
675.
Come on, keyboard,
in
work.
our own accounts, but I'm not getting out. I love this play. I love GM. The EV space, they're about to light this up as well. You've seen NIO, you've seen Tesla, you've seen everything go. It's Ford turn. Well, Ford's already gone. It's a double.
Okay, finally it freaking clicked.
On that one, but here it goes, just
All right,
straight
sorry about that. Freaking keyboard is stupid. All right, it's pushing up. We're almost at 2R.
More long. I'm still looking to cover my position. I want to play that high of the day, and I feel like I do a little better when I'm flat. Either way, it's like 40 right now. I do have an order sitting at 40. The high is actually 11.45. I know it's.
So I trade stocks? Yes, I do. I trade them in my long-term portfolio. Sometimes I day trade them if I see a really good setup. But right now I'm trading. I usually day trade futures and forex.
When we miss the name in the chat, it's really nothing. I'm not trying to snub anybody. It's just that it moves pretty fast. We're trying to watch the 575 level on Netflix. I said if it bounced off that level, we'd like it for a bit of support.
Oh, come on, keyboard. You're doing this to me.
I want to see it go there first. Give that little bounce, and then I know, okay, maybe it's going to be an actionable level for me. You're seeing some consolidation here. The market's starting to feature the upside. It's going to be all systems go, but I don't want to chase it too far. If I can catch this closer to like 77.50, and I'm risking 250 plus slippage, that's going to make much more sense to me from a risk-reward standpoint. So it's really not doing a heck of a lot inside this range, so I don't feel the need to chase it, but I am now looking to place a bid in and around that 577.50 area on Netflix, defending 575.
Okay, so we're getting
Market looks like it's coming up again. S&P 500 looks like it's coming up. Dow Jones 30 looks like it's coming up. I like S&P 500 for longs, but I didn't take that. Actually, I can't take it right now for the breakout. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take another long in S&P 500.
So let's just keep doing that. To the high side goes Ford. Yeah, good trade. Long through 11.25. Too bad we didn't have these longs where we were actually still long. That was not a bad out there at all. That was a small piece. So we've loved Ford. It was on the sticky note early, and there it is, 11.20 to. I mean, look at these levels I wrote down on the sticky note. You can find out 20. Look in the middle, 11.20 to 11.40. But let's have a look at the chart. 11.20 to 11.40. That's where it's traded all day. It just hung out here. It did make a move down to 11.12. That would have been pretty sweet. But here we go. A beautiful win right now. Cowbell alert for us on Ford. We bring our day back alive a little bit here. And Softy up that $2 as well. So big win on Ford and big win on Softy, guys.
Yeah, and here comes Ford. I said it on Ford. If it gets to that 11.50 mark, I'm going to look at that offer. I just got my last shares out there for the long trade. I would stare in the face at 11.50. It's not it isn't actually a massive offer there, but I am going to take a shot, at least the first time that it comes through. At the short end, see if we can't scalp in front of that 11.50, if it can hold up. Again, pure momentum play here in a scalp trade, so I'll probably be out of it even if it goes to 11.40 on a retrace. It is 10:20. Wowzers, this is all happening pretty quick. Fast warning here, time to get to Brendan for the small cap recap.
Hey guys, yeah, let's go back and have a look at some small caps that were moving around this morning. We'll start with this one, TRXC. If you remember, this thing's had 2 or 3 day move. First upside. Yesterday we had a big reversal after a gap higher. So I was looking at this one for a little bit of continuation to the downside. 350 up here. Really wanted to test as we headed towards the open there of 350. It was just weak. Very, very weak.
Okay, we're coming down.
Back 335, 330 ended up being some resistance. We're all the way down to 280.
I'm gonna close some size right now.
TRXC. We'll jump over to.
Actually, I'm waiting. If it breaks over the 8 EMA, I'm gonna close some size.
Another one that was
some more size on that.
Just grinding to the downside. I mentioned 350. It failed at 350 there. Needed to stay below. It did. Really not doing much though. I still want to see maybe 310 if we get another leg to the downside on JAG-X. Last one here. ADTX. So good news, bad news. Short was, I really like this one on the short side today. 410 was the level I was looking at. If you go to a daily chart, you'll see why. So short in front of 410 didn't work. It was, again, identifiably strong in this case. So I forced myself.
Alright, so I just closed out my position right there. It could present a level 2 scalping entry right over here. So that's, you guys can see kind of how I trade a level 2 here. And then I could also trade it as an RLXD entry along here as well.
On a retrace of 11.50, if you couldn't get the break, maybe you can get the dip.
Yeah, watch out. I think they pushed this too high, actually, to be honest with you. I'm starting to pair a little bit off right now. I think they pushed this one, and they got it. So I'd be very, very careful with Ford. I am
Was I long General Motors?
But I am taking some profits.
No, I wasn't.
57.58. I think that they pushed this too far. So let's just... I don't know. I don't want to get out of everything, but this was a big push that they just made on this stock. So let's just think about getting some more out. We just took some more out there at 54. Nervous about this one, guys, but we got to hold it. It's a good stock. Let's just keep holding the rest. Now, we did lighten up a little bit there. I was nervous. I just think that this move that it's just had, I mean, check the 1 minute chart. Like, I couldn't even get the 51 break. The 50 break, but I mean, we were long again in there, long again here, long again at 55, but I just did dump probably too many because I guess I'm wrong. Here it goes through 1160.
Yeah, and I guess...
Oh my god, S&P 500 is shooting up right now, so I'm in profit in that trade. I'm going to go ahead and take another long right over here. Once I see confirmation.
60, 62 now? What are we talking about? That's crazy.
It's probably going to be really low risk reward, so I'm happy about that if I take that.
I'm going to cancel those. I don't... If it pulls back like 10, 15 cents in a couple of minutes...
But S&P 500, I'm in the money right now. Let's go. This is how it looks like. I'm in the money right there. It's breaking out toward the upside.
I didn't believe that break at 11. I mean, I believe the break. I just thought that at 11:55 there was.
So we're making some good money right now.
There. And now you're seeing a little bit of resistance now as the offer is building up and they're unable to take it out. But I mean, the bid still keeps getting stronger and stronger. 66 million shares, man. This thing is rocking, B.
AGO, guys. Another one rocking. This one downside though. AGO is sure genuity. Yeah, and reassure. Downside, apparently a short note floating around on this one. Haven't found it yet, but down 4% plus if you're looking at it. Been strong on the daily chart, but just got flushed through 38, guys.
I'm seeing some chatter, at least a little bit. A couple people were talking about GameStop here. I see that it's making a bit of a move here. It's still inside the range as far as I can tell. Again, I mean, if 40 breaks, you get that top break. Whenever they actually have this live stream, who cares? I just don't want to get caught during it. I want to make sure I know what's going on, and if I have a trade,
okay, UJ's pushing down, so that's good. I could have probably day traded this, but I was too focused on the indices.
Because look, it's continuing this run here.
Yeah, buddy.
It's like 11, and again, it was a good long, and I kind of wish I hadn't taken it off from 1150, but you got to stick to the plan that you're looking for. I just thought there'd be a chance to get a dip on that break.
I guess this is how, this is what Austin day traded. Pretty choppy. You would have probably just got 1R out of that, or maybe a little bit more, and just comes up and reverses.
That's not what happened here, so sometimes
So, I mean, it is divergence, so you definitely have to keep that in mind, and it made a higher low, and they continue going up.
If this continues to go parabolic,
So not a really good trade.
Not the stock that won't have a bit of a turn. I'll probably wait for like 75 or 12 even. 12 even to take any top short in this.
We're just waiting for this to keep going, man. We've already been out.
It's making kind of, it's topping out right there.
67s as well. I want to give a big thank you before we go to Brendan quickly. Thank you to Arun, man. Thank you so much for the Ford car. You're welcome. Although you guys took it out, I believe. Hey, I believe too. I'm in. So Ford's a good one. We've been long Ford, like long. This is the current long that we have. So you believed and I believed, my friend Arun. Thank you so much for the super chat there. Means a lot to us. What's up, B?
Guys, looking at this, which is not Ford. This is Forward Industries, but Ford on the NASDAQ trading up 26% today.
Okay, it's coming down toward 21 EMA.
Well, 52-week highs.
Could present a level 2 entry right there.
It's a holding company that owns a couple of apparel makers, so going to double check on this one. But Ford is not F, if you're wondering.
You've got to be kidding me. You'd be surprised at how often those happen, and you see those crazy moves like that. But it is what it is. We'll sort of move on. I want to go to EH. If I can, there we go, loading up. First significant dip off the top here, and that's like a $4 pullback. It's in the middle of engaging in off of 82. It'd be interesting if it can hold to 78. I'm also watching BBIG, which is also in the midst of a little bit of a pullback here. Of course, that's EH. I don't know why we didn't move. There we go. BBIG. Deep consolidation here off of 8 even. I will certainly, and I still have an order for that 850 break. But at this point, it's not that crazy to use an 8 even level. I'm going to stick with the order that I have, but it's not crazy to just get in earlier at a bigger price if that's what you like. This one still feels like it has maybe another move in it. Even if it dips down to 7, I think that's going to be that key point. Below $7, maybe there's a short on BBIG, but I'll probably have it if it does. If it's $10, I'll have it there. I'm still looking at an 850 break. Nothing has changed for me on BBIG, despite the fact that it is holding lower.
Man, we came back from the dead today, like big time, guys. So, you know, I'm very, very super happy. Yes. Boom! Yeah, pigs get slaughtered, but
Pigs
we're being
get
a little
slaughtered.
piggy here today with Ford because we just keep going up. And I just tweeted this out. If you guys are watching here, you can
Alrighty,
find
so
it. I'll just show you quickly here on Twitter.
Originally, my plan was today for shorts, but it is what it is. I mean, technically, it could definitely come up in short and come down later on the day.
So yeah, 5 ins and all the way up to the upside right now on Ford. So my number one stock today, Ford, as now it's just breaking through 73.
But I'm holding this trade right now.
To get some new ideas or old ideas, but we have them anyways. Upside on Ford. Look at this thing go. We're still long on this name, so it's been a good one. 17
So I'm still holding this right now.
Money, and we're also long in the personal look down 673. So everything rocking and rolling right now for EVs.
Just waiting.
including
So I mean,
Ford.
to be honest, we're up about
As does GM, guys. So
how much are we up today?
Happening there on some legacy names. GM and Ford starting to go off right now. The missed trade.
S&P 500, we're up almost 0.5% right now as it's pushing up.
We talked about the short interest
So that's
20,
good.
Sorry, 63%. I think you can double check that, Brendan, but I think it's in the 60s there on Fubo. A big squeeze of the upside.
We're
It's
up
been very
about,
choppy, but if
looking
you
at
play
the
trend, it's gonna be
P&L,
your friend, although now I think it's
6, 7, 9,
changed. Watch out for the
10.
break of 33.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about Fubo there, all the reasons why I got
Yeah, we're up about 1% on the day.
but it hasn't broken through up this yet. There's a bit of a bounce.
Almost,
It's
I mean,
BBI
roaming
company,
1.5% for the day.
Actually, a real company. I want to go back to
So I'm pretty chill
DoorDash.
right now.
We talked about the IPOs, and I know Airbnb.
And then I have my likes up or break even on this trade. So if it definitely does come down, it's going to stop me out in profit. A little bit in profit. Pretty much it. Looking at that. Tesla, we're still down on the day, which is pretty good. I'm looking for a Tesla short on my options, but I'm just waiting. It's gonna take like I'm waiting for some more consistent red days.
Looking to get in. The problem is going to be the spread, so try to be patient. 30, 40, 50 cent spreads at a time here in DoorDash, and not a heck of a lot of volume. Only half.
Boeing, we're down about 1.3% for the day.
There was positive news I thought on this one. Yeah, INMB, which is
S&P 500 is pushing up at 0.5 R now.
that came back with positive data.
Walmart, we're at break even. Disney, we're down about 0.60%.
Up into the 30s, but 22 now. Trying to break
Russell, we're down about.
downside for INMB, guys. 10:30 now.
We're down about 0.38%.
In the session over in Europe. Valeria's watching.
Yeah, market looks down right now. Let's go S&P 500. We're making some money right over here. Come on, let's go.
E-commerce pharmacy
Easy money right there.
is up more than 8% after posting strong full-year
All right.
results back.
We will double check again with Europe markets, guys, coming up at 11.
Good. It's already 10:30. Wowzers on that one. And I mean,
Yeah, definitely, bro. I'm actually coming out with a scalping course. It's gonna be kind of a long course because I just have so much information in my head.
We still have it.
Just because I have so much information in my head that I want to like put out. It's gonna be kind of a long course. It's, to be honest, like too cheap. Like I'm putting like over like hours of my time. Like it's probably gonna be 15 hours long overall in the course, which is pretty long for a course, especially a scalping system. And I'm just putting out like a lot of my ideas and you know how I trade and stuff like that, like the scalping system and how I look for the trend. So it's gonna be a long course. So it's gonna be starting at $250, which, to be honest, it's not even a lot. $250 for like a 15-hour course with like a Discord and everything like that. It's pretty cheap. So eventually I will like increase the price. Maybe later on this year. Who knows? Maybe I'll increase it while I'm in basics training. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a really good course. So I'm gonna release that at the end of this month. Hopefully at the end of this month. I still have a lot of work to do on the back end, but plan is releasing it at the end of this month.
Perfect price. I mean, I can go ahead and cancel that order.
So yeah, we'll just wait on that. But yeah, it's gonna be a great course. I'm happy about it. I'm not really like a course guru. Like I'm not really like a marketing dude, but I do think people are going to see a lot of value in that. And plus, I know how stupid this industry can be with a lot of forex gurus or whatever. And so I'm just trying to put a lot of value on that course specifically. So it's also going to be like I'm also going to try to make it beginner version, but since like I do teach a lot of like advanced stuff, you know, maybe I don't know if a lot of people are going to understand the kind of like the basics of it if they're like a really beginner trader. Okay, we're finally trying to break out, so I'm gonna go ahead and try taking an entry soon.
It is making a ignore this little wick here. It is making a nice little bump back up in the VWAP. I got shaken out of the short. I'm trying not to do the same thing if it retests that 225 to 230 area.
Appreciate it.
Like it's going to do here any second now. Brennan, what's up?
Guys, a little SPAC action for you. IPOD, which is Social Capital, just popped up here. 1660 up to 1720. There's volume still coming into this. Chamath, if you're familiar with him, Social Capital CEO tweeted yesterday something about a deal in the works regarding renewable and clean energy aimed at environmental issues. So obviously with the new administration, that could mean positivity. So
I think we're gonna break out. I think we're gonna break out here. So let's see. We'll see. Waiting for the next candle to be bullish.
I like the logic behind that because they've already done every other symbol. So they skipped D and went to E. So IPOD, a good one there. 11, I mean, so there we go. So Ford still going. Microsoft, it's been our biggest loser today because it did break us down here. So we averaged in.
All right, sorry about that.
See this fail break to 63.75, maybe not get to 64.
So it's chopping right now.
Something a little bit better in terms
chopping.
That would be fantastic on
But yeah, we're up about already 1% for the day, so I'm actually happy about that. We were kind of just, you know, getting chopped out in the beginning, so finally found our groove, and now we're just basically waiting to re-enter longs on it. On this particular setup right now, you know, S&P 500 we're up already in profit, so I like that too. So we're basically waiting on both setups, and particularly the Nasdaq 100 to present like an entry long. Then once we see that, I'm gonna go long here for a breakout out of the 13403 level right over here. So target this level right over here. I'm gonna wait for a breakout, and then potentially this thing can move higher all the way up.
When you see a candle like that in 1 minute, usually means your stop better have been uber aggressive.
I have my stop locked at break even right now on S&P 500, so I can't lose in this trade either way. But yeah, I'm just basically waiting right now, just waiting, seeing what we do here.
7 even is still looming. A bit of a breakout point. You can see I covered a short.
Yeah, I muted it because I had to talk to someone real quick.
Looking to play a bit of a bounce here if I can, and then short in front of the same range. So I might peg like 775 to like 790 as an entry point. somewhere in there might make.
But to be honest, this is pretty much it for the stream. I'm just basically waiting for a re-entry, which could present or not.
A lot of times you can
Either way, I'm done trading for the day. Pretty much done. Because I already hit my goal for today. So, yeah, it was a pretty choppy morning, but I went around it. You know, not being aggressive, not being overly stupid in trading, just sticking to my plan. Took that, and yeah, we're now green for the day. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's trading session. It is Thursday, so tomorrow is Friday, so we could see maybe could be a crazy session on Friday, or just kind of a slow, choppy session on Friday. So we'll see. Usually Fridays are wildcard Fridays, so you know anything can happen on a particular Friday. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Follow me on Instagram at jacebrand, jace.brand. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube. Leave a like if you guys like this stream. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's gonna be Friday for another trading session. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later. All right.